Hi guys, Jeremy here, and today I'm going to review WalkMe. If your team is struggling to adopt new software tools, or if your customers often get lost inside your product, then WalkMe is a name that you've probably heard before. It's positioned as a digital adoption platform designed to guide users through software in real time, whether they're employees using internal tools or customers navigating your product. But how well does it actually work? Is it worth the investment, and who exactly is it for? So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what WalkMe is, what it does best, where it falls short, and whether it's the right tool to improve onboarding, training, and overall user experience in your organization. I'll also break down how pricing works, and I'm going to give you my honest verdict. So without further delay, let's get started. So WalkMe is a digital adoption platform, or a DApp, that helps guide users through software using interactive in-app experiences. Think of it as a GPS for digital tools. So instead of dumping users into a complex CRM or HR system and hoping that they figure things out, WalkMe allows you to create step-by-step walkthroughs, tooltips, pop-ups, and real-time prompts that show users exactly what to do. The platform is built for two core use cases: employee onboarding for internal software and customer guidance for public-facing web applications. So whether you're trying to train a few new hire on Salesforce or help a customer navigate your SaaS product, WalkMe lets you build custom no-code experiences that reduce confusion and improve retention. But it's not just about tooltips. WalkMe tracks how people use your product. It shows where they stop, what they do, and where they run into problems. And with this insight, you can keep improving the user journey. So first off, the biggest value in WalkMe is its visual no-code editor. This is where you build the guidance flows. So you don't need to know how to code, just use their drag and drop interface to add steps, highlight buttons, display tooltips, and even autocomplete fields on behalf of users. Now, this makes it accessible for business teams, not just developers. Then there are smart walkthroughs. Now, these are interactive workflows that guide users through a process in real time. For example, if someone needs to submit a timesheet in an HR tool, you can create a smart walkthrough that shows each step on the screen. Click here, enter this, then submit. It's like having a digital assistant hovering over your app. Another feature worth noting is the ability to segment users. So WalkMe lets you target experiences based on user role, geography, device type, and behavior. So if you only want to show a certain tip to new employees in the finance department, you can do that. Next up is automation. So WalkMe doesn't just guide users, it can also perform actions on their behalf. So if a user is stuck on a form, you can autofill fields, click buttons, or trigger back-end actions through the browser. Now, this reduces friction and speeds up workflows. There's also strong analytics baked in. WalkMe tracks how users interact with your software, which steps they complete, where they get confused, and what features go unused. Now, these insights help you identify pain points and improve both the product and your guidance strategy. And finally, there's integration. WalkMe plugs into platforms like Salesforce, Workday, Oracle, SAP, and even custom web apps. Whether it's for enterprise HR, CRM, or homegrown internal tools, it's designed to sit on top of any interface and enhance the user experience. Now let's talk about the employee side of WalkMe. So this part of the platform helps your team get through tricky enterprise software easily. Big tools like SAP, Salesforce, or Oracle can be essential for work, but they're often hard to figure out. With WalkMe, you can set up onboarding experiences and step-by-step guides to show employees exactly what to do. It also has live training modules to make sure they know how to handle every task smoothly. It reduces the need for live training sessions or constant support tickets. Instead of asking the IT team how to do something, employees get answers quickly inside the software at the exact moment they need it. For large organizations rolling out new software to thousands of employees, this can drastically cut down the time it takes for users to become proficient. It also ensures consistent processes since everyone is following the same guided flow. And because you can segment guides by department or role, HR teams get different guidance than financial teams. That personalization really matters when you're dealing with enterprise scale deployments. Now let's talk about about the experience for your customers. This is where WalkMe helps the people using your product or website for the first time. You know, those little pop-ups that say, click here to get started? That's often WalkMe working in the background. The goal is to make onboarding smoother and keep users from leaving. So you can add product tours, highlight new features, guide users through important tasks, or even send reminders when someone seems stuck or unsure. It's especially helpful for SaaS companies where users figure things out on their own without a customer success team. WalkMe works like a 24/7 onboarding assistant, always available inside your app. And just like the version of employees, you still get powerful analytics and targeting tools. You can test different workflows, you can see how many people complete them, and you can make improvements based on user behavior. Now, this way, your onboarding keeps getting better over time instead of staying the same. Now, one of WalkMe's biggest advantages is how it turns user behavior into actionable insights. Every click, skip, or pause is tracked by WalkMe's analytics engine. You can see which walkthroughs have the highest drop-off rates, which pages cause confusion, and which segments of users are most likely to churn. This makes it incredibly powerful for optimizing your user journey. Now, let's say you notice about 40% of users never complete a certain setup process. You can go into WalkMe, watch session recordings or user paths, and tweak the guidance to remove friction. Over time, this kind of optimization compounds. Each improvement to a workflow can reduce support costs, improve conversion rates, or accelerate time to value. And because it's all done without changing your underlying app, the feedback loop is fast and reliable. Now let's talk about security, because when you're layering something over enterprise software or handling user data, that matters a lot. WalkMe offers enterprise-grade security, including role-based access control, audit logs, SSO integrations, and encryption at rest and in transit. They're also fully compliant with GDPR and CCPA, which is essential for companies operating in regulated environments. And because WalkMe doesn't actually store your app's data, but rather overlays it, your core system stays untouched. That's a big win for IT teams concerned about vendor risk or data governance. Another area where WalkMe shines is customization. You're not stuck with generic tooltips and flows. Everything from the color scheme to the messaging can be branded to match your product or internal style guides. That's important if you want the guidance to feel native rather than intrusive. You can also A/B test different flows, change language based on user location, and even adjust the voice and tone of your messaging depending on audience segments. That level of control means you're not just adding training, you're creating a cohesive on-brand experience. So now let's talk about pricing, because this part can feel a little unclear. WalkMe doesn't show you fixed prices on their website. You have to ask for a quote. The cost depends on things like your company size, number of users, deployment type, and whether you need it for internal use, external use, or both. That said, WalkMe tends to be on the pricier side. It's designed more for mid-sized to large companies rather than small businesses or startups. If you're a smaller company and only need basic onboarding tools, there are a lot cheaper options out there. But if you need enterprise-level tools with detailed analytics and strong integrations, then WalkMe could be worth the cost. Just keep in mind, you'll have to go through their sales process. So what's my take on this? Well, WalkMe is a strong tool that helps people learn and use software better. It works well for onboarding employees or customers, giving you ways to guide and automate what users do without needing to change your existing software. The no-code builder is simple to use, the analytics show you a lot of helpful data, and the automation features go beyond what basic onboarding tools offer. It's especially useful for big companies where training takes a lot of time, money, and effort. That said, it can be expensive for smaller teams. It also takes planning to set it up right. You'll need to think about user flows, targeting, and messaging. It's just not something that you set up quickly and you leave alone. The more effort you put in, the more value you're going to get. If you manage a complex SaaS product, roll out software in big organizations, or you need to understand how people interact with your tools, then WalkMe is definitely worth a look. And that's it for this video. I hope this review helped you get a clearer understanding of what WalkMe can do. Now, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth reviews like this one. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.